In this lecture, we are going to learn about the measures of dependence. Measures of dependence in statistics are used to quantify the relationship or association between two or more variables. They provide insights into how changes in one variable are related to changes in another variable. These measures are helpful in various real-world scenarios for understanding and analyzing relationships between variables. So here are a few ways in which measures of dependence are valuable. Data analysis and research. Measures of dependence help researchers and data analysts to explore and uncover relationships between variables. By quantifying the strength and direction of the relationship, they provide a basis for further analysis and investigation. For example, in social sciences, measures of dependence can be used to study the relationship between income and education level, or the association between advertising expenditure and sales. Number 2, prediction and forecasting. Dependence measures can assist in predictive modeling and forecasting. If two variables show a strong dependence, knowledge of one variable can help predict the other. For example, in finance, understanding the dependence between stock prices and market indices can help in forecasting market movements. Number 3, decision-making and policy formulation. Dependence measures play a role in decision-making processes and policy formulation. By understanding the relationship between different factors, decision makers can assess the impact of changes in one variable on another. This helps in making informed decisions and formulating effective policies. For example, analyzing the dependence between unemployment rates and economic growth can guide policymakers in designing strategies to stimulate employment. Risk assessment and portfolio management. Measures of dependence are crucial in assessing and managing risks. By examining the dependence between different assets or variables, like stocks or financial instruments, investors can construct diversified portfolios that reduce risks. Understanding the dependence between variables helps in managing and optimizing investment strategies. Quality control and process improvement. In manufacturing and quality control, measures of dependence are used to identify relationships between input variables and output quality. This knowledge helps in process improvement, identifying critical factors, and optimizing production processes. Overall, measures of dependence in statistics provide valuable insights into relationships between variables, enabling better understanding, prediction, decision-making, risk assessment, and process improvement in various real-world contexts. Now let's take an example on how to use the measure of dependence to understand the relationship between two variables. Let us open the Jupyter Notebook. This time again, we are going to use the same data set. We will try to find out the correlation between monthly income and total working years of the employees. To find correlation between these two variables, we will use the CORR function. After execution of the program, you can see that the correlation coefficient between the monthly income and total working years variables is around 0.77, which means that the monthly income of an employee is strongly related to the total working years of an employee because 0.77 is close to 1. The value of correlation ranges from -1 to +1. Where a value of -1 indicates a strong negative correlation, while values closer to +1 indicate a strong positive correlation, and values closer to 0 indicate little to no linear relationship. So you can now understand how the measure of dependence can help us to make conclusions on the relationships between different variables.